Hi, it's Eileen Head. This is the shift tip number 6, limiting beliefs and life lessons. What holds us back in our lives? It is ourselves, and we're often shocked to realize that. And it starts with a limiting belief that we have. A limiting belief is a state of mind that keeps us stuck. You might have often heard me refer to limiting beliefs as malware on your computer. It's like there is a program that's running on the computer and it's slowing things down and it's making it crash and doing all sorts of things. And we're not even aware it's there until we start delving deeper into these issues on our computer and we run a virus check, and lo and behold, there's malware. Limiting beliefs are very similar to this in our lives. And if we don't realize that that is what's holding us back or keeping us stuck, we can go on for years and years and years in these patterns. And it causes our lives a lot of angst and fear, and sometimes affects our relationships and our careers. I'm going to be referring to my notes on some of these. Some of the common limiting beliefs: fear of failure. What if I fail? That stops us from even trying things at time. Or with some personalities, it's the fear of success. If I'm successful, what is going to be expected of me? And pressure. Not even realize that's running. Not good enough or not enough. That's a big one that most people struggle with most of their life. And again, that probably comes from childhood somewhere. It's a lifelong journey to feel enough, to feel good enough. And that's when you start doing your inner work. That's why you start doing your inner work. Fear of rejection. This can stop us from going into relationships, staying committed in relationships, even on our career path. It can cause us to do people pleasing, give up ourselves and what we need and want. There are money beliefs, many beliefs around money, and a lot of them are negative beliefs. Money is the root of all evil. Money doesn't go on trees. I will never have enough. I'm always going to struggle. Even can you hear me saying those statements? You can hear the in it, right? I am so stupid. How often have you done something where you've told yourself, that was so stupid? Why did you do that? This is hugely damaging to you. The shift around that could be, that was a really stupid thing to do. And I've done that, driving. I've done something like, oh man, that was stupid. And going forward, I'm going to remember this instance and I'm not going to do that again. That shifts everything when you start to reframe some of these things. We need to start looking at the patterns and start challenging them, because patterns are repetitive. And they, like the malware, they are going to chip away at your self-esteem, and they're going to affect your life greatly. So what is life lessons? Life lessons deals with how are you dealing with those limiting beliefs? Well, first of all, you need to become aware of them, just like the malware. Oh, there's malware on the computer. So now I need to do a scan, or I need to get rid of this virus that's on there. And reframe them. Maybe, as I mentioned, the driving incident, you start reframing some of these. You see them as not always. It's, we're human. We have, we all make mistakes. And I look at them, they're not mistakes, they're mistakes. We need to do retakes and continue to do retakes until we get it the way we want. Life lessons are themes that run through our lives, and they come up time and time again. I've worked on many, many, many of my life lessons. And when they come up again, it's like, I've worked so much on this. And yet here is again, another layer of it. And each time I peel off these layers, my life becomes lighter. I become more compassionate with myself. And sometimes, I just shake my head and I go, isn't that interesting how you did that? It makes life a lot more fun. The other way, so about life lessons, why am I feeling this in this situation? And most importantly, when we open up, what is it that I'm to learn? What am I learning or needing to learn? Here's what I know about life lessons. They come a little bit, they're there, gone. Don't notice them again. They come in stronger. They're there, then they're gone again. And they keep coming in stronger and stronger and stronger until we really need to pay attention. They cause life events. They can cause crisis in our lives sometimes. And so it's really important for us to begin to work on this, to work within ourselves. And that's where the juice of life comes, is when we start to let go of the restrictions of always and have to and shoulds and all of those structures, and we start to release them. We release ourselves from those personality patterns that we have, and we get lighter. We get out of that box of rigid thinking. With my personality type, you hear me refer to the Enneagram all the time because for me, it's one of the most effective growth tools that I've ever found. For my personality, the supporter personality, one of the triggers is rejection. And I got to deal with this life lesson as I left my marriage and divorced my husband. It was a shock to our friends of 25, 30 years that I would leave this marriage. It looked from the outside a very good marriage. Why would I do that? I was selfish in doing that. I made my ex-husband. He was very unhappy with my decision, and they felt very sorry for him and therefore turned to rejection for me. It was like I got voted off the island, and there was some very hurtful and very hurtful things that behaviors that they showed me. Friends of 25 and 30 years were gone. Most of my social structure was gone. It was also a time when I felt most empowered because I knew the life lesson of rejection was there for me to work on, and I did. And when I reframed that to understand it was about how they were feeling, I no longer had the same values of staying in a relationship where I was unhappy. I felt like I was dishonoring my husband. I no longer loved him. And staying in a marriage where I didn't love him, I felt was hugely disrespectful. And so I freed myself, and I believe I freed him. Was it challenging? Was it hurtful and painful? You bet it was. But as I worked through that and saw the rejection theme for what it was, I felt very powerful in that I didn't react to them. I didn't go back to them and I just saw it as it was. I observed it. I worked on my own inner feelings, and I moved forward with my life. We are going to delve into the limiting beliefs and life lessons in the very first week of the Shift program. I hope that you will join me. This program is about getting rid of the malware in your life and learning to thrive and learning a more juicy life in reframing how you think about life, how you're acting and reacting to it. We're getting started very soon, so go to my website, eileenhead.com, and I hope to see you in the program.